What's up, all you dirty little heathens out there? Welcome to the Half-Assed in the Podcast. My name is Cody Black, joined once again, by my beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, amazing wife, Dana.
Hello.
How you doing tonight, baby?
I'm doing good, baby.
You ready to jump into this episode of chaos?
Yeah, let's do it.
Um, how are we doing?
Me?
We've had like a day.
Yeah.
We've had a day. This
You're
topic kind of jumped up last second,
Yeah.
so we spent all day trying to prep this stuff.
Mhm.
And it's very chaotic, and people are going to tell from the title what we're talking about. We's going to be talking about Loki.
Yeah.
We's going to be starting out a new series of episodes. We're going to try to go into a deep dive crash course into the gods and dedicate an entire episode to each god, maybe even like event or something.
Yeah.
But this has been requested from a couple people. Shout out to Hellbound Heathen, that's hell with one L, the correct way, on TikTok for really pointing us into the direction for this episode. We've had multiple requests, including the Viking King on TikTok as well, asking for in-depth episodes on the gods. Hellbound Heathen was very more or less curious on, or I guess not curious, but I'm rambling.
A general wondering, maybe. A request. I don't know.
Oh,
What
he just more or less was saying something about how it seems like taboo to venerate the children of Loki, Fenrir, and Jormungandr in hell and stuff like that. So we're gonna try to touch on that stuff. Um, as the title says, this is going to be a deep dive crash course into the gods and into Loki. In these episodes, and hopefully we don't have to repeat this every time, but we might, because I'm ADD. I gotta make sure that we're good.
Yeah.
No stone unflipped. Anyways, so we have been doing research like crazy. We've spent the last 2 hours finishing notes,
Going through and everything.
all sorts of stuff. This is going to be a deep dive crash course. We got everything from the myths to fucking family trees to
History.
stories of the sagas,
Yeah.
history, historical findings, and stuff like that. But babe,
Yes.
you have prepped the notes for the myths and stuff.
Yes.
So if you're ready, you want to take it away?
Yeah. Before I start doing that, I do want to say, last night I had a experience of embracing the chaos, and it was very healing, and it was pretty cool.
Which embracing the chaos is my thing.
Yeah.
It's my big thing that I always try to tell people. Embrace the chaos.
And I want to let you guys out there know, embrace that chaos. I'll get started. So, during my research, there was a lot of different things that I came across, and I just picked a few. But the first one, the cause of Baldur's death. Loki,
Ragnarok,
the god that died, is known as the god of light and I think power, right?
Balder.
Yeah.
Power. Yeah, he's a beautiful god. He's perfect. Everybody loves him.
Like stunning and all that. But Loki tricked the blind god. I don't know how to say this word. It's Hodur. Holder?
Yeah, good job.
Okay.
Yeah, Holder.
Okay. Into killing Balder, the giant of light. Or not the giant.
Well, technically they are.
Yeah. The god of light and purity, with a spear made of mistletoe. And it's known that Balder's mom, Frigg, she went to all the different elements, objects, creatures, asking them to
swear their allegiance to not hurt her son.
basically, not to harm him.
Mm-hmm.
And she forgot one, the mistletoe. And so Loki, what was the other god? Hodor.
Hodor.
Yeah.
You can say it like American. That's fine.
Okay.
No,
Hodor.
there's going to be a very niche set of people that correct you on that, but
when I hear that name, it just reminds me of Game of Thrones.
yeah,
Hodor.
Hold the door.
Yeah. Okay, but anyways, but he goes to Hodor and
because of this, I also, instead of saying oh dear, I say oh dear. Oh dear.
But they craft a spear out of mistletoe and they end up killing him.
I thought it was a dart.
Well,
I know.
Different
translations.
It could be different.
Yeah, different things. Translations and stuff like that.
But yeah, I like spear though.
I know. I like throw it. I like dart because it's more sissy. Makes his death even like worse.
Kind of dart, like a blow dart.
Like yeah. Yeah, it makes it like more like a sissy death. So it's kind of like more of a fuck you.
Or sneaky.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, sorry.
Okay.
Keep going.
Yeah. There's that one. Do we want to touch on it more, or do you think I did good?
Yeah, no, this is all you. You do what you think is good.
Yeah, but you're here. You know more than I do.
It's fine. Do you want me to leave?
No. Okay, the second one is the binding of Fenrir, the wolf, Loki's son.
Yep, talk a bit louder.
Oh, okay. Is this better?
Down. Yep.
Okay.
By the way, this is not going to be edited. For the people who are new catching this, we do not edit our stuff.
Welcome to the chaos.
Welcome to the Half-Ass Heathen podcast, where everything is a little bit half-assed and a little bit heathen.
But yes, the binding of Fenrir, Loki's son, the wolf, the giant wolf. Loki helped the gods bind the giant wolf, Fenrir, using the magical chains and a sword placed in his mouth. So the magical chains were made of like 6 impossible things.
Mm-hmm. This is actually a ribbon.
Oh, is it?
It's a ribbon.
Okay.
Ribbon. It's more of a fuck you. There's a theme. There's a theme. It's more of a fuck you. They're like, here's all these big chains, try to break them off.
Oh, this was kind of like a trickery kind of thing.
Yeah, then they're like, this is just a ribbon.
Easy to break out of.
Which I believe was called Gleipnir.
Yeah, Gleipnir.
Anyways, continue.
The 6 impossible things were the sound of cats' footsteps, the roots of mountains. I don't know what this word is. It's the sinews of a bear.
Sinews. The tendons and stuff.
Okay. And the breath of a fish and the spittle of a bird.
Spittle of a bird.
What is the spittle of a bird?
Spit.
Ew. Do they even have saliva now that I think about it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. The 6 impossible things.
If you ever watched a late show with what's his name? Corden? They've got that wheel of like nasty food. He has to guess a question that they don't want to answer, and then they have to decide whether they want to eat the thing or not. One of them is a shot of bird spit.
Ew. Where do you even get that?
That's the question. Fucking bird spit. I would rather shoot myself in the fucking head. That's so gross.
But yeah, this one was also the gods' attempt to stop the end of the world, and by what they did, making the ribbon and stuff, it kind of made it worse.
Yeah, it's
like they were so consumed of fear that they were like, we gotta stop him,
It's also a lesson of fate. You can't change fate, and a lot of the times if you know your fate and you try to change it, you inadvertently cause your fate to happen.
Yeah.
Which in Odin's case happened.
I've also noticed a theme with the gods trying to overcome stuff like that and trying to change fate, but in the end, it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, like I always say, accept and embrace the chaos If Odin were to embrace the chaos, when Fenrir would have showed up, he probably could have been like, "Hey, puppy, I'm gonna hang out with you, so I know every fucking ounce of you, so that way when you turn and want to fucking eat me, I know how to beat you."
Yeah.
But instead, he was like, "Oh no, tie him up."
Yeah. And then Tyr said, "I'm gonna put my hand in the wolf's mouth so that
Mm.
he was one that wasn't a sissy out of the
Yeah, so Fenrir was like, "I will only let you tie me up with this ribbon if one of you puts your hand in my mouth," and the rest sissed out. And then Tyr was like, "You know
stood
what?
up.
I'm gonna do it."
Yeah. He was a man.
All right, what you got
Okay.
next?
The next one is the theft of Thor's hammer.
The theft of the hammer.
Loki stole Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, and hid it, leading to a series of events that ultimately resulted in Thor dressing up as a bride to retrieve it. I forget what it was a giant, right? That
Yeah,
got the hammer, and what was his name?
I think it was Thryn.
Yeah, Thryn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I say this would show that um it shows a connection to Loki's and Thor's relationship
Mm-hmm.
and how they interact with each other, like as siblings.
Yeah, and that one, it's interesting to have Thor like actually trust Loki.
Yeah, like he was like, "We're getting it back."
Yeah, I mean, usually when stuff goes wrong, he blames Loki because Loki's kind of the guy who fucking
Yeah.
starts shit. But this time, when he goes to Loki and Loki's like, "I didn't fucking do it," Thor's like, "Okay,
What are we
I,
gonna do about it?
you gonna help me? I'll beat your ass if you don't." And he's like,
Uh-huh.
"Yeah, I got you."
It sounds like
Mm.
typical siblings to me.
Yeah, which is interesting because I mean, with the Marvel stuff in the
Yeah.
in the Marvel lore, they are half brothers
Yeah.
or stepbrothers or adopted or whatever the fuck.
Well, in that one, Thor found him on like an ice planet or something. Or not Thor, Odin found
Oh,
him on an ice planet,
the
and
ice realm.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Never lie,
and
never
that's how
lie.
they got Loki
Mm-hmm.
essentially.
But there are some people that do believe that they are related in some way, whether
Mm-hmm.
it's through adoption. Like Odin has to be Loki's father in their eyes.
Uh huh.
We don't really have information like that, but
Yeah.
that is a theory that people go out. It might be caused by the comics. It might be a translation that's floating around somewhere. I have yet to see it, but what else you got, baby?
All right. The creation of Sleipnir. Loki shapeshifted into a female horse, a mare, and gave birth to the eight-legged horse that um is with Odin.
Just to interject, when Hellbound Heathen was talking to me on TikTok about this, he was saying that there could be some good lessons learned from the stories of Loki. And he says, not like fucking a horse is like a good lesson. Like you should probably not do that. And I was like, well, it depends on how drunk and how good looking the horse is. He's like, well, you could probably only hold on for like 8 seconds. And I'm like, all I need is 7.
Gross. Moving on.
Moving on there.
Um, Loki's essentially the cause of Ragnarok. Um, Loki is said to break out from his binds and join the giants, I believe the fire giants,
Mm.
in the final battle of Ragnarok, where he will face Heimdall and ultimately meet his demise
See, senor.
and die a terrible death.
At least that's what you think.
um, but I also did a few things on like Ragnarok.
Okay.
Um, the fire giants attack Asgard, and the gods engage in a final battle. Odin faces Fenrir the wolf, but falls to the wolf's jaws. Thor kills the snake Jormungandr, but dies from the venom. Freya faces Surtur and dies. And Heimdall and Loki kill each other. The fire giants destroy Asgard, and the nine rails burn.
Bye bye.
Bye bye the
Bye
world.
bye tree.
And
But there's
then
survivors, right?
I don't know how to say their names. The
Just say it American. It's fine.
I don't want to. I'm so conscious.
Oh my god. Vidar.
Vidar and Valley.
Vidar and Valley. It's fine.
They somehow survive and restart humanity, and thus the cycle.
Mm. And then you also get the rebirth of Balder.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah.
And the cycle continues if you want to believe in that. Personally, I do. World ends, too. then like humanity ends, then humanity returns. You know, I think it's a secular thing. Did you have anything else you wanted to touch on?
I do, actually. We all know he's the trickster god, you know, cunning, trickery, and sorry, and leads to chaos, and he is very mischievous. The fire giants, Loki is sometimes associated with fire giants and is said to be
poopy pants.
My freaking handwriting, I swear. I was writing this pretty fast, so but Loki is associated with the fire giants and is said to be the father of the giant snake Jormungandr. A few things that I got from this was he has family ties to them. Loki is considered to be the son of what's his face? I don't know how to say it. Fabauti?
Farboti?
Farboti.
You can say it American.
It sounds like fine. Fart booty.
Fart booty. That's fine. He's the father of a fart booty. That's fine.
And the goddess Laufey.
Mm-hmm. While we're on this point, fart booty is a Jotun or a giant who is often referred to as an evil or a cruel being, which could be a genetic thing with Loki being kind of a dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
His mother, Laufey, depending on the translation that you read from, is either a goddess or Jotun that's from the earth or created from the earth or is from fucking Midgard or something, depending on what translation you read. Personally, I believe that she is a goddess, and between that lineage ties him into like this weird like purgatory of where he should be, giant or god. Mm-hmm. That's why he's with the gods, but he's got that giant like chaotic energy. Because Jotuns themselves are essentially just chaotic fucking beings, and I wouldn't really call them evil because I don't really believe in like evil, if that makes sense. But they're very chaotic, selfish beings. But you know, Thor's pretty chaotic and selfish himself too, and they've got Jotun blood in them too.
I mean, lightning does cause fire.
But his rains bring life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a combination of both?
Yeah, you cannot have life without chaos. You can't have life without death.
Yeah.
You can't have death without life. You have to have chaos to balance the order of things. Sorry, what else you got?
It says also with his connection, he has an elite alliance with Surtur. Is Surtur a fire giant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the Marvel movie, like the Hulk? It's Thor Ragnarok. You've watched that, right?
Oh, a long time ago.
It's the very end of the movie where they're on not Valhalla, fucking
Midgard.
Asgard.
Oh, Asgard.
Both of us suck. Asgard. And He's got that helmet from the giant that he slayed at the beginning,
Yeah.
and he puts that on a fire thing, and then the big fucking fire giant comes out to
I don't remember
beat up
this.
the.
Maybe I haven't seen it.
We gotta rewatch that. Honestly,
The whole series.
no, just that one movie.
Oh.
It's just a good movie. It's
Okay.
fucking hilarious too.
Yeah.
Um. Anyways,
Suitor.
you haven't seen it, so
I have.
never fucking mind. Keep going.
I thought I did, but the next thing is symbolism with the fire giants.
Okay.
Um, Loki is, as we know, associated with chaos and stuff, and fire is chaotic and destructive, and it can also be a form of transformation.
Transformation, yeah.
Yeah,
Just like how I said
which
that
is interesting.
I like to do offerings with fire because it transforms them from a physical to something else,
Spiritual.
almost like a portal.
Yeah.
But fire is definitely fire. I know that you were gonna touch on this, but I'm gonna just kind of interject now since we're talking about it. Um, Loki has a eating contest against somebody called Loki. Loki is fire incarnate. He is a fire aspect as a physical being, able to eat the plates and everything, and Loki just eats the food. The reason, at least my opinion, the reason why he's put up against this Loki is because Loki is chaos incarnate. Loki is fire incarnate, which are essentially the same things, but at least chaos has a balance where fire, if left unchecked, doesn't have a balance. If fire is left unchecked, it will kill and destroy everything that it can.
Yeah.
Chaos should be left unchecked, but I think chaos is one of those that equals itself out.
Yeah.
Like all the stories. Oh, no, you know what? I decided to steal Thor's wife's hair. Oh no, you get a cool fucking hammer. Odin, you get a cool fucking spear and a cool fucking armband, dude. It's fucking looks fleek.
It's a
Whatever
good
happened to that
fit.
word?
Fleek.
Fleek.
I've never heard that word before.
What? Oh no. Babe, your eyebrows are on fleek right now.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Is it just like cool?
It was one of those words that my generation started using, and
Mm-hmm.
I hated it, so I made fun of it.
Yeah.
But it means like, I don't know, cool. They're good. Eyebrows on fleek, sharp enough to kill a bitch.
That's a fun word. I also think of Loki's alliance with Suitor causes him to be like more of an outcast with the gods because Suitor is a sworn enemy of the gods. And yeah, a sworn enemy, and Loki has an alliance with that with him. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it.
Another connection could be that the fire giants and Loki have a shared trait. We touched on this before, like with fire, it's destructive, has tendencies to have transformations and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
But
yeah,
if it weren't for fire, humans would probably not have evolved and innovated as much as they have. Because with fire, you can cook your food. With fire, you can do steam engines, and you got light, so you can work throughout the night. You don't have to just call it quits. With fire, has brought life, but it also brings death. But fire unchecked will bring more death than life.
yeah.
You got some more, baby?
This one's just to touch a little bit more on the outcast aspect from the other gods. Um, he often finds himself at odds with the other gods, and it leads to a lot of exclusion from them as well. You know, he is he disguises himself, and he deceives. He can change into various forms, such as a what's the word?
Salamander.
Salamander.
Saliva.
I have spelt it weird.
Babe.
What?
It's a salmon.
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 Okay, a salmon, a fly, a mare, and an old woman, and he turns himself into a bird.
Oh, and a handmaiden.
Oh, a handmaiden
for Thor. For Thor's wedding.
Yeah.
He was the best man and the best lady at the same time.
Yeah. He has like we said, a connection to chaos. Represents a cunning nature, allowing him to deceive and outwit others. A symbolism could be his inability to transform. He has an adaptability, and he blurs a line of the boundaries. He blurs the lines of the boundaries.
Oh. So what you're saying is Loki has a shotting gun.
Shotting gun.
Dana just barely, almost there. Got 20 more episodes.
20 freaking more episodes.
20 more episodes, but you just finished the main chunk of Naruto and Naruto Shippuden.
Yeah.
You just got to see them blow each other's arms off, and then their blood makes them hold hands.
Is that a spoiler?
No, they blew each other's fucking arms off. Naruto and Sasuke.
Uh-huh.
And then their blood trickles down. It looks like they're holding hands.
Yeah.
You just watched that. It's not a spoiler.
Well, for the other people.
The show fucking ended 7 years ago.
Well, there could be people out there like me.
Watch the fucking show. I've been holding in spoilers for you while you've been watching the fucking thing. Hey, you know what? Go get a time machine, go back 30 seconds, tell yourself, spoiler alert, watch Naruto. By the time you get to that point, you're going to forget what I fucking said. What else you got?
I'm slowly reading because that was basically it for my myths, and I have some other stuff that I might want to add, but I'm just kind of reading over it.
Okay, do you want to touch on that, or do you want me to start going off my stuff, come back to yours? What do you want to do? Welcome.
I got a few things that I still want to talk about.
Half-assed Heathen podcast.
There are some stories that depict Loki showing loyalty and compassion, which can hint at him having a potential for growth and change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do touch on that.
Okay.
In my stuff.
A
big thing too is I feel like he's more scared of death and what the gods will bring to him.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Than having an actual conscience to change what he did.
Yeah.
But what you got?
He is mainly driven by jealousy and resentment towards the gods, particularly Odin and Thor. I feel like this could also like drive his actions on most of the stuff that he does. It's like a power driving him forward, doing the things that he does.
I feel like that's just something that we all have.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure.
I do have a fun fact.
Ooh. I forgot to get one. We did say that we were gonna get a fun fact. Oh.
No, you have one.
I got a fun fact.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my fun fact.
I forgot.
His name, Loki, is thought to be derived from the Old Norse word Logi.
Logi.
Meaning fire or flame, which I think is freaking interesting as hell.
Like I said, chaos and fire are very much just so similar, but fire left unchecked can cause so much harm.
Oh, yeah.
Chaos left unchecked will usually balance itself out.
Well, if you don't have the water around the fire, then a spark can fly out and then bam, everything's burning.
Yeah, but the word Logis derives from, the word Logi for fire, Old Norse, derives from a Proto Germanic word, Laugis, which means spark or flame.
Yeah.
Which I know you know, but for the people listening,
it's so freaking interesting.
When we finally sit down and do an episode on our experiences, I did have a dream where that word was said. I've never heard that word before in my fucking life. I Googled the hell out of it, but I kept spelling it fucking wrong. I finally spelled it right. And the kicker of the dream that I had, there was a voice that said, Laugis will bring you closer to Odin. It took me a long time to figure that out, but essentially, that's where I found out that you have to embrace the chaos. You have to embrace the chaos to be able to just keep going, keep living, bring in the wisdom, be strong. If you sit there and think too much and dwell too much on the chaos going on in your life, because the chaos can be something simple, very simple, and something that may not affect you today, but could affect you in like 10 years. Yeah. Don't stress about it like Odin did with Fenrir.
Yeah.
Like, accept it. Like, oh, this fucker's going to kill me one day.
So I need to prepare. Like, something that's not going to make his fear consume him to the point where he's going to try to stop it at all costs. And then it becomes something that's like even more worse than what possibly could have happened.
Like today with this episode, we were totally unprepared.
Oh, yeah.
For the most part. We were totally unprepared. We just spent all day trying to get the stuff together.
Yeah. I feel like I could have done more.
Very chaotic. We spent the last hour and a half, 2 hours just writing down notes.
Putting our thoughts together.
And we could have called it quits. But we wanted to
pressed on.
We wanted to fucking do it. We embraced the chaos. We got some giggles out of it. We had some fun time sitting here, talking to each other while we're writing notes and stuff.
Yeah, and we helped each other.
And you embrace the chaos. Yeah. Like even if something seems overwhelming, you just chill. Just chill, be at peace with it. Like, yeah, shit happens.
Find the fun things and find ways to laugh and get through it.
God, speaking of fun things, I could use a bag of Funyuns right now.
Holy shit, that sounds good.
I know.
My mouth is watering now. Damn it.
Tangent aside, do you have some more stuff you want to touch on? Or do you got some more stuff to touch on, or you want me to take over?
No, I'm good.
One thing that I think that I forgot to write down, I might have, but I'm pretty sure that I forgot to write down. We did talk about Loki's heritage, and the potential that Loki could be Odin's adopted son.
Yeah.
There is that that part in Lokasena. Am I saying that right? The story where he's dissing all the gods and stuff, and Odin tries to kick him out, and Loki looks at Odin and he goes, "Me and you are blood brothers, so you have sworn to always have a drink with me." And so Odin lets him in. Yeah. So that could be a conflated thing. Maybe they're blood brothers. Maybe he's one of the top 3 that helped shape the earth. Or maybe they had like a blood oath that they performed. But I did just want to touch on that a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you're cool, I'm going to take over. I've got a lot of shit to cover.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Hopefully it makes sense, but we're, yeah, 35 minutes in. Um, so since we just kind of did a crash course through some of the
The
myths,
basic stuff, sort of.
um, and obviously we're not experts. We're called half-ass for a fucking reason. Do your research. Just go dig in. Read multiple sources, multiple translations. Uh, there's plenty more myths that we did not touch on. But if we were to dedicate an entire episode to just the god, as if we were to dedicate an episode to the gods and the myths, we could probably spend 2 to 3 hours just on the myths. But we wanted to touch on veneration. We wanted to touch on history and stuff. So
Deep
this
dive.
deep dive crash course.
Yes.
Crash course.
Crash course.
Roadhouse.
Okay.
I want some Texas Roadhouse now. I want the rolls with the cinnamon butter. Oh my god.
Oh, there was a recall on cinnamon. Oh,
We're not getting into that.
It just
Anyways,
popped in my brain. Okay. Anyways.
So we touched on Loki's father, Farbati. We touched on his mother, Laufey. Loki also has children. We touched on the monsters, but he also has a son named Vali and a son named Narfi. Sorry, Narfi.
Narfi.
He's got a son named Valley and a son named Narfi.
That sounds like Billy.
It does. Maybe he named his son after him.
Ooh. Conspiracy.
Odin, Billy, Vay. You got Valley, Billy.
Okay, well it is.
But yeah, so he has two other sons, Vali and Narfi. At the end of Loki Senna, when the gods chased him down, decided to punish Loki for all the shit that he did. At least I think it's at the end of Loki Senna. I'm really bad at the titles of the stories because I just kind of skip by them. The gods transform his son Vali into a wolf and have Vali kill his brother Narfi. And then when Narfi's done, the gods take, specifically Odin, but the gods take the organs from Narfi and use those organs to chain Loki to the center of the earth.
Bind him down there.
Bind him down there.
For eternity.
And he's under a serpent's head, so the venom from the serpent's fangs it's dripping onto his face and burning Loki's face the whole time they strap down there. Yeah. So his wife, Sigyn, is standing there with a bowl, and she's letting the bowl fill up with the venom, but she has to move away to dump the venom. Yeah. And in that time, Loki gets venom on his face, and he, fucking moves around. In
agony.
And that's where they think it was like, oh, that's how they explained earthquakes, whatever. Mm-hmm. But I did want to touch on that because that does go into what I'm going to go into. But right now, I want to talk about. So we have stories about Odin being an old man on the street, and testing people.
Disguising himself.
Yeah, testing people, seeing if they're hospitable, seeing if they're kind, whatever. Loki, because I was very curious, so I looked more into it. Loki pops up in the sagas. So I wanted to touch on that first. Since we're going from myth, I wanted to go to straight reality. If the sagas are a legit history, 100% history, yeah. I wanted to go from myths that could be made up stories to, could be reality.
Yeah.
So Loki does pop up in multiple sources of the sagas as a human. At least he's has a mortal form. I've got a lot to go over here, so I did a very brief summary. If you are new or haven't heard of any of this stuff, please look more into it. Read the sagas, listen to them. There's plenty of podcasts like we touched on the last episode.
Yeah.
Between Two Ravens touches on all of the sagas. They break it down. They go through translations and all sorts of stuff. But the first one we're going to start with is the Saga of the Volsungs. Loki pops up in the story of Sigurd and Brynhild. Sigurd is the one that slays the dragon. He bathes in the dragon's blood and becomes like damn near impenetrable. God damn impenetrable.
Impenetrable. Now I'm doing it. Impenetrable.
He becomes tough as shit. Okay.
He is
armor. The blood also lands in his mouth, and it gives him the powers of talking with birds. That's off topic. Cool as fuck, but off topic. So he pops up in the story of Sigurd, and he offers Sigurd advice, but only to put a curse on him at the end. Loki comes disguised as a old man, and Sigurd ends up dying, and so does the Volsung family. So Loki pops up disguised old man. Sounds familiar to Odin.
Sounds familiar to the Christian god.
You talking about the Samaritan? The Good Samaritan?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, very, very familiar. There's definitely similarities. But he comes disguised as an old man, gives Sigurd some advice. Sigurd is trying to win over Brynhild's hand in marriage, and Loki's like, "Yo, dog, do this shit." Then he's like, "I bet, I got it," and then it ends up being a trick. Loki put a curse on him. At least that's my take on it. It doesn't really say that, but Loki puts a curse onto Sigurd and the Volsung family name, and essentially they have a big old downfall and
falling out, so to say.
No, like they all die. It's pretty crazy. So the next one, the saga of the saga of Hrolf Kraki or Kraki. I've heard so many different things. Kraki.
Kraki sounds right.
Kraki. Kraki.
Krki.
Hrolf Kraki. Jesus. But in this saga, Loki ends up disguising himself as a little serving boy, and he starts to like fuck around and try to like spread some shit. But in the end, he ends up leading King Hrolf into a trap, and ultimately the king's downfall. So it's right now with these two, it's pretty interesting to see that Loki is being he's popping up in these stories that are supposed to be historical stories passed down orally that they ended up writing down.
Yeah.
And in these stories, he's very much I don't know, he's just like after death. He likes to see people suffer.
Just in these stories or all the stories?
Most stories.
Okay.
And it makes me wonder, like, is it actually Loki, or was there a person that was doing something that Loki would do, or just somebody that would do something that Loki would do? So they kind of put Loki as a title onto these people.
Oh.
Like if you came to me and was lying to me to make me,
you're being a Loki.
Yeah, like you're being a fucking Loki right now. So makes me wonder.
Loki could go back to like lunatic or loco.
This next one, I believe, 100% believe that it is Loki in the story. This is Grettis saga. Grettis is Grettis saga. Loki again, old man. God damn, I wrote down like Gretir.
What does
Anyways,
that mean?
I spelt the name wrong,
Oh.
and I don't know which one to go with.
Whichever one fills your heart.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna go. So Loki shows up as an old man, living in a cave, and this person, Gretir or Gretis, whichever the fuck it is,
Gratis.
ends up wandering into the cave, and he is unsure if it's real life or
a dream
or just a fantasy.
Mm.
Gretir gets caught in a landslide with no escape from reality. He's just a poor boy. he needs no sympathy, baby, because he's easy come
So he's like
and easy go, little high and little
I was
low.
gonna finish that, but I'm confused. How you started this?
So the in the story, he goes into this cave, finds this old man who is like a seer, a dude of great divination with prophecies and shit. And he emphasizes that he doesn't know if it's a dream or if it's reality. He's unsure of what to think about it. He doesn't know if he dreamt it or if it actually happened, which is very interesting. Like this story plays on whether Loki was gave him just like such a realistic dream that confused the fuck out of him, or maybe being in presence of Loki made his brain freak out and go, "This has to be a dream."
Yeah.
So it's an interesting one to make your brain.
That also plays into like it could be like meditation, dreams, spirituality.
Uh-huh.
Like all those things tying in. Like, I don't know. It's very interesting to think about.
Yeah. And I mean, it very well could be all of those things
So wait,
in one.
this person who saw Loki,
Yeah.
was he known to be like a human on this realm,
Yeah.
Midgard?
Yeah. So the sagas are, I'm doing quotes, historical in
experiences.
Jesus fucking Christ. Holy shit. Historical, like they're supposed to be the fucking history book. They're
like
told
findings.
They were told orally through cultures,
yeah,
and then somebody wrote them down.
Yeah.
So they were like, "This is our history. This actually happened." So the people in the sagas are supposed to be real. They're supposed to be like ancestors. They're supposed to be old folk heroes. Like these are poems written for these heroes.
Okay. Yeah.
So when you get these stories of these supposedly real people meeting a physical god, or like we were saying earlier, somebody who acted like a god and then was given the title. Like, you're being such a fucking Loki right now.
Yeah.
Like, you said that all I had to do was do this stuff, but like, you know, now my whole family's dead. You're such a fucking Loki.
Oh my goodness.
Also a part of Heimskringla. Heimskringla. Loki was also part of that.
Heimskringla.
I feel bad for the person listening to this episode first. Clarification. Welcome. I have a speech impediment, and Old Norse words don't help. You've been bad the last 2 episodes. I've had to actually correct you.
I know.
But if you go back and listen, all of them are fine. You correct me, but the last 2 I had to correct you.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Help. I'm just kidding.
Save me. I'm held hostage in the basement. He only feeds me kibble. But in the sagas and the myths, Loki always seems to be twisting fate and almost testing fate's
the
boundaries.
limits. He tests authority a lot. Like he has something like rules are meant to be broken, like sort of thing about him.
Well, he's always testing the boundaries of fate.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, you know, Ragnarok seems to be the only one myth where he doesn't try to escape. Like,
Maybe he's like at a point where he's like, I can't do it anymore or something.
yeah, and I mean, like, maybe if the gods didn't, chain down Fenrir, huck Jormungandr into the fucking ocean, throw
Yeah.
Hel into Niflheim, turn Vali into Wolf, and force him to kill Narfi, then
And
tie Loki down with his son's organs, chain him under the snake's fangs that is dripping venom onto his face, seemingly cursing his wife to
mm-hmm.
an eternity of catching the venom in a bowl to relieve her love of pain. Maybe
Just maybe.
Loki would have helped the gods change their fate of Ragnarok.
Yes. Because he helped with Fenrir.
Uh-huh.
You know, there's all these things that you can use to tie into him maybe possibly helping the gods stop Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
And they just oversaw it like he's the problem because they were his children.
Yeah, and they, to be fair, I wrote right here, he did have his chance, but let his disdain and jealousy overwhelm his thoughts and judgment.
Yeah.
So he had a disdain and jealousy towards the gods, and they had a disdain towards him.
Yeah.
So there was always a line that maybe if Loki would to have accept the chaos between him and the gods, and the
Yeah.
gods accept the chaos between them and Loki,
Yeah.
they could have worked together to just been
Yeah, let's figure this out together. If it is a possibility, how can we work together to potentially stop it or maybe make it less of a chaotic thing?
But we still do have a bunch of stuff to do here. We're almost an hour in, so
Yeah.
let's blow back this stuff. So that stuff, I'm very curious if you guys agree, disagree, have thoughts.
Let us know.
Throw a comment. DM us on TikTok. Email us at halfassheathenpod@gmail.com. But we're going to move on to historical findings. So far, no artifacts have been found confirming nor denying that veneration of Loki or his children is a thing. So historically, we have no writings of people venerating Loki or his children, but we do not have anything that says that they didn't.
Yeah.
Now the big thing, at the beginning of the episode, I said that hellbound heathen was asking about veneration of Loki's children because it seems like a taboo.
Yeah.
His children are half god or quarter
like,
god, whatever.
Not demigod, because demigod's like full half, right?
Yeah. So they're anywhere between half and quarter.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
I mean,
I don't see any issue with it. I've heard stories and read some stuff about people using Fenrir as a way to deal with their own shadow work. So when you have emotional issues, when you're trying to do shadow work on yourself, get rid of the bad stuff, get rid of the trauma, people usually call on Fenrir as somebody who's been betrayed, somebody who's been lied to, somebody who's been the underdog, or in his case, too much of a big dog. But
yeah,
I've read things about people using him for shadow work. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, our faith does not believe in good, like pure good or pure evil. Loki is not Satan. Odin is not
God.
Christian God.
Yeah.
We don't have those dynamics. But yeah, I think it's fine. I know people venerate Jormungandr. If you look at Old Norse art, the snake is everywhere. On my Mjolnir, you got the snake.
Yeah.
Sleipnir, a lot of people forget about Sleipnir, but Sleipnir, the horse art pops up everywhere.
Yeah.
There's the horse fighting with the snake in inscriptions and designs and art and all sorts of stuff.
That's cool.
So, oh, dude, and Hell, she literally looks after your fucking ancestors.
Yeah, she
Bro,
takes care of the dead.
dude, meditate on Hell. She is an amazing person to
She's super sweet.
just talk to, meditate with. She literally oversees the dead. She's fine. Work with these guys. It's okay. You
Yeah.
are you are totally fine to do that. Um, let's skim through these really quick. But anyways, yeah, Jormungandr, Fenrir, Hel, Sleipnir have all had a strong presence in Nordic art and are half god. So obviously people cared about them, thought about them. I don't have another one. No. So go for it. What's the worst that's gonna happen? World's gonna end. um. So really quick on our, I say really quick. I've got like a whole fucking page, 2 pages. Oh, get my notes up on your phone.
Okay. I mean, they're already there, but I do want to ask you something, sort of.
Okay, ask me. Sort of.
Is Loki considered to be a demigod or is he full god? Is that not an answer? Is there not an answer to that question?
So, at least one of his parents is a giant.
Yeah.
But the gods themselves came from giants.
Mm.
So technically he's full. However you want to cut it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what makes a child of a giant a god, but the giant parent not a god. I don't understand the disconnect.
Well, the gods are said to come from giants.
Yes.
So wouldn't that mean
That means that they're
giants are gods?
Yes.
Yeah.
Giants are very much associated with chaos.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Everybody's a fucking god.
Okay.
Everything has a name in Norse mythology.
Uh-oh.
Everything has a fucking name in Norse mythology. There's a stick, it's got a name. If it's got a name, praise it like a god. Who cares? It's fine.
Worship it. I'm just kidding.
Did you just say or shit it?
No, I said worship it.
Or shit. It's like, you want me to shit a stick?
Or shit it out your ass.
So we're gonna move on to historical stuff. So in my research, I found some artifacts that were pretty interesting. All these are going to have to do with Loki. I did not want to spend time with his children because they're very, honestly, probably the most prominent in art with Nordic art. Pretty insane. I'll have to show you some stuff later.
Yeah.
But artifacts found. So there's one called Loki's brooch. It was found around the 10th century. It was a Viking brooch found in Sweden.
Ooh.
Another one also found in the 10th century was called Loki's cross, also known as Thorwald's cross. So that's Thor, and then WALD apostrophe S cross. It's essentially a slab of stone with inscription or engravement of Odin wrestling with Fenrir, and then in place of Loki is a little cross. It's about all you get. It's cool stuff to
I'm
look at.
I'm trying to connect this in my brain.
We will Google later. We got a lot of stuff to cover.
Okay.
And we are an hour in. if you're still around, thank you.
Thanks for listening.
So another artifact found was Loki's fishing net. It was found approximately in the 13th century. It's a Icelandic manuscript illustration of Loki using a fishing net to catch. Oh, I can't read that.
Catch.
Oh no. My own handwriting has come to bite me in the ass.
You know my pain.
Yeah, to get gold. And then there's also a sleigh bell found in Norway with an inscription
Sleigh
of Loki.
bell. Hmm.
Yeah, like chim chimney, chim chimney, chim
Chim
chim,
chim
Santa.
chim.
Moving on to some rune stones with Loki's name on them. So we have the Loki stone, dated back to the 11th century, found in Denmark. This is one of the oldest and most well-known rune stones mentioning Loki's name. We have the Kirk Levington stone, dated back to the 10th century in England. We have the oh god, Snowdel Snow Snowdelev stone. God, Snoldelev stone, dated back to the 9th century, located in Denmark. So these stones, which I know I talked to you, but really interesting. So I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation. If you're one of those guys that just want to fucking comment on that stuff, go ahead and comment below. Give us 5 stars. So starting with the Loki stone, the original inscription in Norse is Uwikis. God, U Uwikis skutan is Ikistui. English translation is Loki's monument is the most famous. The Kirk Levington stone, the original inscription is Uikisi Kunikikiki. Translation, Loki's descendant or Loki's kin. The Snowdelev stone, Snowdelev stone, original inscription is Iki Stewie is Uiki. I heard you giggle. Iki Stewie is Uiki Skutan. English translation: the most famous of the Aesir or the most famous of the gods, whichever one. And what I found interesting, if you actually listen to my poor enunciation, um, there is no word that says Loki. There's no name that says Loki.
Nothing that specifically says Loki. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
But the main pattern that I found was the word Uiki. Or Uikis. So further research into it. So the word Uikis, it shares similarities with Loki's name in Old Norse. Loki.
Fire or flame.
Mm-hmm. Looking over my notes. So looking into it, Uikis, and this is all speculative. There's nothing solid.
Yeah.
But Uikis is related to the word Ukko, which means descendant of Ukko, I guess. Ukko is a Finnish god of thunder, and Uikis might refer to a descendant of the follower of Ukko. So, in other words, I guess if you go off that, Loki could be Thor's child.
Or he could be related to him.
And then in the next one, so the word Uikis could mean witch or sorcerer. Potentially, linking the sorcery to Loki. It can also be perceived as diviner or seer. Another interpretation suggests that Uwikis refers to a diviner or seer, somebody with the ability to see into the future or interpret omens or whatever. It can also be linked to the word trickster or mischief maker. given association with Loki. Some scholars have translated Uwikis as trickster or mischief maker, reflecting Loki's cunning and trickery, trickster nature.
Yeah.
I imagine the why. um, but digging even deeper into it, um, but the word wikis can also relate to the word viks, vi with a little flick at the top, ks. In modern Icelandic, viks can mean bay or inlet, which is where we get Viking, Vikingur from. But it can also mean trickery or deceit. Um, Additionally, there's a Old Norse word viki, which means, guess what? Bay or inlet or trickery or cunning.
What about deceive?
But some scholars suggest that the Old Norse viki might be related to the runic inscription wikis, potentially sharing a common root or meaning. And then I also found that in Icelandic culture, the word viks is still used in place names, surnames, and as a verb, vikja, which means to deceive or to cheat. So it's really interesting that these runestones that people are saying are Loki's really is just the deceiver, the cheater, the liar, whatever.
Yeah.
It's really interesting to see how that word has evolved. If we're right, if historians are right and stuff, it's really interesting to see how stuff just like starts to change over time.
Yeah.
That's why I'm huge into the history shit. We're coming up on the end of my notes. Is there anything you wanted to touch on before I went off on the last of it?
Um,
Oh, oh, oh.
I'm probably
Oh,
gonna
oh,
think about it a little bit
oh.
more.
Oh, oh,
Do
oh.
your thing, and then I'm gonna write it down.
The right stuff. Okay, and my fun fact, because we both brought a fun fact to it. Um, I found a bunch of names. So Loki, this religion, faith, whatever you want to call it, is not just Norse. It's even older. It's Proto-Germanic. It's originated where the Germans lived before it was Germany, and that's what proto means, before. Proto-Germanic. Anyways, the gods' names and all sorts of stuff have many different translations, pronunciations, and even when you read the Eddas, like Odin has a million fucking names. So I was curious. I was like, I've never heard another name for Loki. So my fun fact: Loki's names, at least most of them.
These
Uh,
are be cool.
so number one, we have Loki, comes from Old Norse, comes from Old Norse mythology. Second one, we got Lopt, Lopt. It's also Old Norse, but this name is used interchangeably with in the sagas and stuff in the Eddas. Uh, we have Loki Laufeyarson or Laufey son, which emphasizes the Loki's parentage as Laufey as his father. We got Lodur, which is one I'd never heard of. In some Norse myths, Loki is referred to as Lodur, which might be a variant of the name or a alternate identity. And then we got Loke, Loke, which is from Middle English. This name appears in medieval texts, such as the Poetic Edda. And then you got Loki with two Ks, Loki. It's actually Finnish. In Finnish mythology, Loki is uh, Loki is known as Loki. I don't know how to pronounce that differently. So Loki with two Ks, which shares similarities with the Norse god, whatever. And then the last one we got Luck. But Locke is Scottish and English folklore. Um, Loki's influence can be seen in Scottish and English folklore, where he is referred to as Lock or Loke, Lock or Lok. Um, so we have the epithets or nicknames. We got the god of mischief, trickster god, shapeshifter, fire giant due to his association with fire and his giant heritage. We also have sky traveler, which I've never heard of,
Ooh.
referring his ability to traverse the skies. He's always shape shifting into birds, but he usually uses Freya's cloak for that. But
does he steal it?
no, he usually asks really nicely. And then
Huh.
Freya sometimes is like, "No, go fuck yourself," and he's like, "Oh." But yeah, that's my fun fact. Different names. What you got, Ben?
This is probably something we can't answer, but I thought it was a cool idea to think about. What if someone was like, what if these things were gods? Chaos, wisdom, beauty, etc.
Uh-huh.
I think that's really cool to think about.
Yeah. So you should probably look more into animalism.
Animalism.
Yeah.
That sounds weird.
Animalism. So essentially, instead of looking at the gods as physical beings, you look at them as aspects of nature, which I try to do a fair balance of it. Like when we see the rain, like
The
we
rain.
see rain, clouds, we go, "Thank you, Thor," right?
Yeah.
Like, are you picturing a physical being controlling the clouds and the skies and the rain, or are you looking up at those clouds as Thor?
Yeah.
So that's animalism. It is so fucking late.
Animalism. And aneurysm.
I'm having a fucking aneurysm right now. It's fucking 12:30. I've had a fucking day.
How much more do we got?
That's it.
Ooh.
We're done.
Yay.
We did a crash course, a very quick crash course.
It felt
into
longer.
Loki.
But this is fun. I've learned a lot of things that I didn't know about Loki.
But if you're able to stick around for this whole thing, thank you for joining us on episode 9, our Loki deep dive crash course into the gods.
Hope you like it.
Hopefully people enjoy this and we can keep this as a series. If you have a god that you wish to see a deep dive and crash course into
in the future,
leave a comment, leave an email at halfassheathenpod@gmail.com.
Yeah.
You can shoot us a DM on TikTok under
with
the same
questions, thoughts, concern. I don't know.
Yeah, and it doesn't
anything.
It doesn't have to pertain to the gods. If you guys have a question, comment, whatever, shoot us an email halfassheathenpod@gmail.com.
Very much appreciated.
Shoot us a message on TikTok at halfassheathenpod. How original. Leave us a comment on Spotify. If you are new here, especially if you're one of those weird people who listen without following, you can just like give us a listen, give us like like a 5-star rating and stuff. And if you
just do it, bro.
If you listened and you hated it, give us a 5-star rating to fight against the man, dude. You got that stick it to the man,
dude.
Yes.
Look at animalism, dude.
But yeah, don't forget to follow, hit the bell so you are updated on our schedule. We are trying to upload on Sundays, but last week Spotify was having some fucking issues.
It was weird.
It took me all day. It took me seriously from the night before, so the last Saturday, not yesterday, but like Saturday.
Last weekend Saturday.
To about 3 p.m. the next day. I was fighting with Spotify. I was emailing them back and forth. I could not get it fucking posted. And they were zero fucking help.
They really were.
And so I had to work my way to upload last week's episode. So hopefully tonight goes good.
Fingers crossed.
I've got my toes crossed. My nuts are crossed right now.
I was gonna say, is your booty crossed?
No, I ain't got the flexibility for that shit. But yeah, do the follows, do the shares. Share us with your friends. Share us with your family, your enemies, or even share us with the local
your
thrift
cat.
The thrift shop guy down the road.
Just turn us on when you leave the house and let the cats and the dogs.
Oh my god, if you do that, who's your good boy?
Who's your good
Who's your
kitty,
good
kitty,
boy?
kitty, kitty, kitty?
You made it all the way through the episode. Good job. Good job. Who's
Did
your
we
boy?
just turn into furry?
No.
That's where my mind went to.
We're gonna have to a talk after this one. I'm not that autistic, okay?
I am joking, right?
Anyways, do the follows, do the stuff. Thank you for listening, and skull y'all.
Skull y'all.